So I got a Coast Mountain Hightop sitting here that we're going to be putting on my 88 vanagon. I got it over there, starting to measure stuff up to cut the hole, and I'm going to be walking you guys through with how to install this thing. So when you put on one of these high tops or even a pop top, you have to cut a hole. I got my stuff marked out, and I'm trying to hold a width in between this, the width of a 2x4, same width here, so I can put a 2x4 under this and kind of reinforce this. Got this all marked up. I'll give you guys dimensions for this because no one really seems to. And gosh, I guess I'm gonna cut it out. I got a tool from Harbor Freight to slice this sheet metal. I think it was like 60 bucks, 65 or something. Gosh, I'm nervous. I don't want to destroy my van. I took this and I measured from the edge of this gutter right there. I can't do this one-handed very well, and bent this around and got my measurement. So obviously you do it over here as well to get this square and straight. So right here I got this little diagram from the edge of this gutter, this lip, to where my line is, 252 or 9 and 15/16. So I'm covering the whole world here. So that's where my line is there. Now I'm going to show you where this line is exactly. So my line is right here, and I just tried to measure the best I could from this little radius on this little bump out, and 180 or 7 1/8 from this. And this is the same on this side, and also this line is the same on the other side. So these measurements are just kind of rough. As long as you're somewhere close to these, you'll be just fine. I guess I'm gonna, oh no, paper. I guess I'm gonna cut this now. So I'm taking the caliper and precisely measuring off of each axis and using this little center punch to get my exact spot where I'm going to drill, and that's where I'm going to drill a hole with my little step drill, and that is just to get a nice radius in this corner. And what I'm going to drill it with first is this little, I don't know what that is, small bit, and I like to get a socket and put it over the bit, and then only a little bit sticks out. Then I won't plow through this and come out my headliner. So I just got it chopped. Something kind of interesting, every one of these are broke on the material, and I'm guessing it's like that all the way down. And I did used to have the AC duct going front to back. You can see the screws right there, but I ended up taking it off years ago. That's just my curtain draw across the front. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna cut this insulation like back a little bit to keep it there. Yeah, I'm gonna just trim this back and then take these little supports out and cut the headliner in the middle, and then I'll be able to wrap this headliner around my pieces of wood I put under this. So I cut out the material for the top so I can stand in it. Here's a shot from the bottom. It's open, and now I'm starting to make the pieces of wood for the trim. I mean, obviously I cleaned up all the edges and got everything nice, but I'm starting to make the wooden pieces for this edge because it's kind of flimsy, so it needs some support, and also it'll act as something to work with to wrap this material around and make the edge look nice. So we got a piece of wood clamped here, and what I did was I measured right from this edge up to here, and then this edge to here, so I made sure it was level. And I got my little marking thing, I don't know what you want to call this, but it basically it'll trace, you drag it along this edge and it traces this line, and I got the perfect radius. So I got the wooden trim on all the way around and drilled holes, put screws in. These are just temporary. I'm not going to leave it like this. I just made this line with my little tool that I made. I kind of cut it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to cut this piece of wood to the same thickness as this. So I've been super busy over the past couple days. Got the wood all on and got my stainless trim on. I radiused this piece off. I cut that out. So I'm making a trim piece and it's gonna look like that. I'm gonna weld across the top of this. This is 1/8 inch. This is 1 inch and this piece is 1.5. And I'm gonna weld, so this will be one piece total. And I'm hoping with that, it'll beef up this, this edge. Then it'll provide like a lot of support on this side that's just kind of floating out here. So I got it all cut. I need to deburr it because the chop saw leaves bad burrs. But I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna try to bend this corner together and hopefully that meets this radius. If not, I'll just open it up and then weld it in. I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. So I think this is gonna work super well with all these little slices that I put in this piece of stainless. I kind of bent it up just a little bit by hand to try to match it. Alright, so it's looking pretty good, and what I need to do now is tack the ends of these just to hold this little light sweep that it's got. So I think I'm going to do this every one of these, and it just clamps it each way, you know, that way and also that way. Then it will pretty much form to this wood like perfectly, and yeah, it'll all be right, it'll all be straight, everything will look good. So here's my trim all welded up, at least tacked up. And you can see, I mean, there's a little gap there, but it follows that radius pretty good. And here, that edge. So I underestimated how much this would bend as I welded it, and it's not good. So what I do is I take this and I put it in the press and I just straighten it out. I got a block here and I get another block here, and then I push it down and it bends it back. I got super good at bending it back because the other one was so bad. I just kind of figured it out. So I'm gonna do these. My goal today is to get this trim done. So all these pieces are straight. They fit good. The pieces of wood are done. I did router one side, which is the side that's going to be down. The material is going to wrap around this, and I wanted like a soft edge and not a sharp edge like this. So yeah, I routered them. I sanded them all up. They were kind of getting dirty. I just wanted to make them nice and clean. They actually came out super good. So in the end, I am going to sandblast these, and that will leave me with like a matte finish. It probably will look like that. It'll also hide any high spots or low spots because I ground all these corners and made them like super soft, like radius them all off. And I'm sure there's high spots and low spots, and I welded all these, so it's not perfect. But if you sandblast it, it'll leave like a matte finish, and it's harder to tell because it's not shiny. And sandblasted stainless just looks good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna countersink these and I'll get these things on. So I got all the wood on. I got 2 screws holding each one, and they're countersunk so it's flat. That way the trim can go on and it won't keep it, it won't like interfere. So I'm gonna try to wrap this around without having any creases or any nasty looking spots. And then in the corner, I think I'm gonna put just like a little strip just so the color matches and the material matches, because I'm not gonna be able to get this super tight. And I don't know, I just have to see how it goes. I got my screw, everything's ready. So here's the staples that I got. Stainless steel, 5/16, 8 mil, and I got stainless because the wood is cedar, and cedar wood reacts to different coatings, and I don't know, I figured I'd just try to get the best. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this, I'm gonna staple it, and then I'm gonna cut so I can get the trim over, and it all should be good. So fast forward a few days, I got my trim all done. I sandblasted it. I got all my holes in and my stainless steel screws all the way around. I worked super long and hard on getting all this stuff good and fitting right. So this is done. So yesterday I put my top, I set it on the roof and I marked. So basically the top was sitting on there and I just traced a line. So I want to get from this line, if this thing would focus, I want to get from this line up, maybe like that much. I want to get the paint like roughed up, and I kind of want to get that, I kind of want to get this black paint off because I painted this a couple years ago and it didn't stick super well and it flakes off pretty easily, and I could tell that by doing this trim, it just kind of lifts off. So I would like to get this off maybe with some lacquer thinner or just sand it off. So the sealant I'm going to use is some 3M 4000 UV, which is supposed to be UV resistant compared to the 5200. 5200 is what I'm going to use to hold that thing on. You can get this stuff at Home Depot. This is not the fast cure. Obviously this is, because it says right there. They do have this fast cure, but not at Home Depot. It's like 22 bucks, which is a pretty good price. And right there, cures in 7 days. So we're gonna be waiting on this for a while to dry, but that's how it's gotta be. Easy on it, 'cause it's all right, needs to come up. So the top is on, and I got, well, for one, I got this fan because it's hot up here. I got this jack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little piece of wood and I'm gonna jack this up a little bit, and that will, oh, it's tight up here. I'll be able to get down into them seams good, and especially around the back, I'll just be able to lift it up, you know, a little bit, make sure all my sealant's under there so the bare metal spots don't get exposed to moisture. I'm gonna do the same in the front. So mainly these corners I can get, because these sides, it kind of is flexible, but yeah, the corners I'm not gonna be able to flex out because, well, there's this edge here, but I need to get sealant up on there. I need 100% make sure and load it up with sealant, and then when it's all covered in sealant, I need to make sure this thing's straight. Just kind of look at this edge and then look at the other edge and make sure it's even on both sides, and just kind of look at the front, make sure, you know, make sure it's straight. So yeah, I'm gonna jack it up a little bit, get some sealant under there. Got my 5200 ready. So I think this is gonna wrap it up for this part one of my high top that I put on. I got all the adhesive in and out side of this thing, all the way around, got it on. Got the hole cut, my trim. I'm gonna be working on the install with what I'm gonna do with this top and how I'm gonna finish it out. So I'm gonna break it up a little bit. But yeah, it's just a lot of work. Like, it's not hard, and it also depends on how strict you want to be with yourself. I am kind of strict, and I don't like things to be wrong and crooked and off, so I take the most time to do stuff because I want it right. So if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns about this top, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'll be watching out for people posting questions and whatnot, because this is a pretty big investment and you got to chop a hole in your roof, so it's not like an easy task. But in my next video, I'm going to be finishing out this with drawers and stuff, so definitely look out for that. I also need to figure out what I'm going to do with insulation and material on the top, also lights, and I got a fan. The video is going to be, it's going to be pretty good. There's going to be a lot of stuff. So I think that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.